What's up, guys? Welcome to Ren Space. I'm Ren, and this is a new video. So, the topic for today's video is the Amityville. I'm sure everybody has heard of this name, for there have been numerous movies and books made and written on the occurrences of the Amityville. So, without wasting time, let's dive into it. On November 13th, 1974, 6 members of the DeFeo family, Father Ronald, Mother Louise, 2 daughters and 2 sons, were shot to death in their beds there in their home at 112 Ocean Avenue. A third son, 23-year-old Ronald Butch DeFeo, initially told police he'd innocently discovered the bodies in the locked house around 6 p.m. As Butch DeFeo told the story that day, he saw the bodies. He fled the house to a bar down the street, arriving there in a state of hysteria, as one man lingering at the bar told reporters. He took the man back to the house and the police were called, who doubted Butch's claim to innocence almost immediately. There were no signs of struggle. No neighbors heard anything odd. The only sign that something could have been amiss was that DeFeo family dog continuously barking. DeFeo's alibi of being at work during the murders was quickly dismantled under the police scrutiny. When it crumbled, DeFeo pointed the finger at mob hitman Lou Fellini and an unknown accomplice, saying that they forced him to watch as they killed his family. That story also fell apart pretty quickly. Eventually, DeFeo confessed to the murders, telling police simply, quote, "Once I started, I just couldn't stop. It went so fast," end quote. DeFeo then admitted that after killing his family, he took a shower and redressed before going to work to set his alibi. He also pointed to the police, where he discarded the rifle and blood-stained clothes. DeFeo claimed that he heard voices that told him to kill his family. The defense said that DeFeo had dissociative identity disorder, and another personality took over his body to kill his family. The prosecutors, however, had a psychiatrist argue against it, diagnosing DeFeo with antisocial personality disorder. DeFeo wasn't possessed by spirits or his own mind. He just did not care about what was right or wrong, killing his family because he wanted to. DeFeo was convicted by a jury for 6 counts of murder. He is still serving his sentence today at the Sullivan Correctional Facility. 13 months later, the Lutz family purchased the house at a dramatically reduced price of $80,000 due to the murders, but only lasted 28 days before leaving it. Their spine-tingling tales of paranormal activity are what propelled the legend of the Amityville horror and spawned a torrent of books, documentaries, and films. The Lutz family experienced supernatural activity right after their move into the house. George was said to wake up at 3:15 a.m. every night, which was around the time Ron carried out his murders. The Lutz family claimed to smell strange odors, see green slime oozing out of the walls and keyholes, and experience cold spots in certain areas of the house. When a priest came to bless the house, he allegedly heard a voice scream, "Get out." He told the Lutz to never sleep in that particular room in the house. Other paranormal activity, a nearby garage door opening and closing, an invisible spirit knocking a knife down in the kitchen, a pig-like creature with red eyes staring down at George and his son Daniel from a window. George waking up to wife Kathy levitating off her bed. Sons Daniel and Christopher also levitating together in their beds. After telling their story, George and Kathy took a lie detector test to prove their innocence. They passed. Son Daniel, who lived a quiet life in Queens, New York as a stonemason, claims the house ruined his life and that he continues to have nightmares to this day. Famous demonologist Lorraine Warren also got involved with the investigation and concluded that the hauntings were very much real and the house was home to violent forces and should be avoided. In 1976, a paranormal investigation was conducted inside the house. An infrared camera was placed on the landing of the second story. The camera was a timer and would snap photos periodically during certain times of the night. Upon development of the film, the picture was discovered of a mysterious boy and the mystery continued. There were no children present in the house at that night. The eyes seemed to be glowing, perhaps a result of a flash. But when using infrared film, there is no use of a flash. Remember too that this photo was taken in the 1976, long before Photoshop and any other photo editing computer softwares. In the photo, it appears that a small male child is peeking his head out of a room and into the direction of the camera. Some speculate, and it is the spirit of John Matthew DeFeo. Skeptics think that the photo actually shows Paul Bartz, an investigator who was there that night. For this to be true, Bartz would have to be on his knees or crouching down before the height of the ominous face, because the height of the ominous face in comparison to the doorway and banister would make the entity about 4 feet tall. No matter what you believe, the Amityville horror is one of the most famous cases of demonic haunting. Perhaps we will never truly understand what went on in that house at 112 Ocean Avenue. The Amityville house officially sold in February 2017 to an undisclosed owner for $600,000, which was $200,000 less than the original asking price. It has been previously owned by 4 other families since the murders, one of which had the address changed to 108 Ocean Avenue. So that's it for today's video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe and turn on the bell for future notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care and peace.